Greetings, my name is Ranjan M. Lumbang. This is my daily devotion for today. This is based upon the video series of Pastor Russell Ocampo's 365 Daily Devotion, and our topic for today is Laser Focus Overcoming the Big Three, or Overcome the Big Three. Our scripture is Proverbs chapter 4, verse 25. Let your eyes look straight ahead, fix your gaze directly before you. Our first topic is procrastination, the power of now. So ano muna yung definition ng procrastination? Yung procrastination po, ito basically is delay, no? Yung mga bagay na kailangan mong gawin ngayon, pinapamamaya mo na lang o pinapabukas mo na lang hanggang sa paulit-ulit nagiging cycle na ito na kung saan hindi mo nagagawa talaga yung bagay or activity gawain na iyon na kailangan mong gawin. No? So ito talaga yung isa sa mga habits, bad habits na nakakasira talaga ng quality of life natin. Dahil imbis na gagawa natin yung importanteng bagay na yun, pinapamamaya natin, and eventually, it ruins our life balance. Why? Because we sacrifice parts of our day, sacrifice parts or sacrifice an area of our time, an area of our day para lang compensate natin yung oras na di natin ginawa yon, no? So sabihin na di mo ginawa yung homework mo, you will compensate with sleep. As a student, let's say di mo ginawa yung kailangan mo sa trabaho, you will compensate your time with family, no? So nasisira talaga yung work-life balance natin na because of procrastination, na nawawala yung oras natin sa ibang bagay na importante din. So we sacrifice important time for something that could have been done much sooner. So, yun sa mga sinabi ni Pastor Russell Campo is yung nag-stick sa akin. If you can do it now, do it now. Kung kaya mo nang gawin ngayon, ngayon mo nang gawin. Simple principle lang to, pero yung efficacy niya is very great, no? Kasi yung titignan mo talaga yung yung ini-affect niya to, or yung naapektuhan nito ay yung time management natin, yung life balance natin. We have more control over everything. So eventually, lahat ng bagay na ginagawa natin will fall into place. Pag ginagawa mo ang pwede mong gawin ngayon, at ginawa mo nga, lahat ng bagay din, it will all fall into place. Everything, all your schedules will be followed kasi ginawa mo naman, sinunod mo naman. Hindi mo pinapamamaya yung mga kailangan mong gawin ngayon. So, your time, you have time for hobbies, family, friends, lahat. Na hindi nasasayang yung oras mo na imbis na sasama mo yung tropa mo, nagre-review ka pa, no? Imbis kasama mo tropa mo, parang summer school ka pa kasi you delayed your studies and homeworks and activities, no? So hence talaga, it's important that we practice the power of now. Especially sa mga bagay that takes 2 to 5 minutes or even extend it more, 10 minutes of your time, homework, no? Full focus lang. So next is distraction, the power of focus. So first is delaying, yung napansin natin. Procrastination is delaying. Ito naman, yung distraction is yung ginagawa natin madalas na dahilan na kung bakit tayo nagpa-procrastinate. And in this world, in the modern era, definitely this is the digital age where yung nagiging rason ng procrastinate natin ay phones, digital gadgets, no? Phones, reels, YouTube, madami yan. Ayun, kagaya nga ng it is true na these are all manufactured in a way na para pag nakita mo na hindi mo na mabibitawan, it is all this algorithm is based upon what you find interesting. Syempre, interested ka dun, paano mo bibitawan? Kaya, you have to be aware na kung di mo talaga mabibitawan yan, pag sinimulan mo, mahirapan ka mag-i-end. No? It is purposefully made that way. So, in order to focus, cut those things out of your life muna at the moment. No? Tigil muna yung pag-doom scrolling, no? Just keep it away, yung distractions din. Keep a certain amount of time, give yourself rest from those digital distractions. And do what you need to do. And sige, you can distract yourself, pwede ka mababad sa reels after you've done what you need to do. Next is burnout. Ito yung pinakamahirap. I think this is true naman yung sinabi ni Pastor Russell Ocampo na ito talaga isa sa mga pinakamahirap Dahil, compared sa iba, ito yung ginagawa mo lang. Mga habits lang to. Burnout, iba naman to. Ito talaga yung produkto ng stress, toxic workplace, lahat. A compilation or group or just a whole yung nagkumpul-kumpul na lahat ng stress na maaari mong naranasan sa week or work mo, lahat. Tapos biglang naramdaman mo hindi mo kaya, you can't be motivated, you're unable to keep going forward. Basically like a candle light, no? Candle flame na nawawalan na ng yung katawan. Unti-unting nauubos hanggang sa boom, burnout. So, ito yung sa mga we have to focus on. This is like entirely exhausted ka talaga. Na emotionally, spiritually, lahat. So, burnout is hard in the sense na hindi ito parang habit. It's not a habit to pwede mong i-change like tigilan ko lang gawin ko lang hindi ako ma-burnout. No. You will be burnt out. As syempre mas-stress ka na mas-stress, life is stressful. Eventually you will be led to a point na mababurnout ka and it is hard to recover, which is why we must practice the power of resilience. The ability to recover, the ability to mitigate damage, to take the hits, to face an issue or mga problems pero kaya mo pa rin mag-recover, kaya mo magtuloy-tuloy pa rin, kaya mo lang lapasan yung mga problema na iyon, no? And ito yung pinaka-main talaga na kailangan mo consider when you're burnt out, na hindi ka talaga nag-iisa. We are social creatures. We cannot always rely on ourselves, especially at this type of problem, itong symptoms talaga na to, or yung, not even disease, a problem like this, yung burnout. Kailangan mo talagang umasa sa ibang tao. Kung hindi man yan friends or family, talaga hindi mo malapitan sa gantong bagay na parang just want to blow off some steam, na gusto mo lang samahan sila, sige maglaro ka lang sa labas kasama mo yung tropa mo. Eventually you have to approach a professional, so you're able to process all that's happening. Minsan kasi di mo pa napaprocess yung stress o yung mga pangyayari sa buhay mo, kaya nababurnout ka, hindi ko mahanap yung motivation sa buhay mo. Always remember, it's all right to ask for help, or if you're unable to ask for help, ask for professional advice. Kasi minsan yung mga tao mo sa paligid mo, di mo malapitan. Kung di mo rin malapitan, lapitan mo ang Panginoon. No? So through that, para ma-solve yung pagka-burnout mo, and you can return back to your original schedule. So application. Do your tasks now, enjoy a quality of life. Gaya nga sinabi ko kanina, yung procrastination, pag di mo ginagawa ang mga bagay na ngayon, you're gonna sacrifice time or compensate for the time that you've lost to accomplish what you were supposed to accomplish kanina pa. So, yung mga bagay na importante, na yun yung nababawasan talaga. Yung mga naka-schedule na, yung naka-plan na sa araw mo, yun yung mababawasan ng oras para lang i-compensate yung ginawa mong mali. So, do your tasks now and enjoy quality of life. Pag ginagawa mo naman yung tama at dapat, wala ka talaga wala magiging problema. Wala kang isasakripisyo na oras. No? Next is focus by setting aside all distractions. So, ito yung naging one of the sinabi ni Pastor Russell Ocampo na advice na yung Pomodoro technique. Ginagamit ito ng mga tao na it's one of the more effective ways to focus kasi. Yung 25 minutes focus, then 5 minutes rest. Pero yung main point dito is to like set aside all digital distraction, all distractions, na bigyan mo yung sarili mo ng 25 minutes, full focus, tas 5 minutes rest para makapahinga. Kasi you will not be able to sustain a full focus for a few hours. Few hours, medyo blessed na yun. Pero, as such, we do it in short bursts. Parang lang yan, training in that sense. Sprints, like kung gumagawa ng sprint, then walk. Sprint, walk. Ganun yun. Na you give yourself time to rest, to recover, na hindi ka po maabot sa point of near failure. Kasi pag lumalapit ka sa near failure focus, mas mahirap mag-recover syempre. Parang muscle lang yan. So, if you do like 5 reps, pero yung maximum mo is 12, yun, it will be faster to recover. Tapos binigyan mo pa yung sarili mo ng 1 minute rest. Di kaya mong mag-focus ng indefinitely. No? Lastly, seek help from friends, family, and counselor. So don't be alone in the process of recovering from burnout. There are always people around you, and if you don't, you have to surround yourself with people who are able to understand you. D group, madaming paraan. You have to be around a community and an environment na kung saan kaya mo mag-recover na hindi toxic. And sometimes even the only solution is minsan na kailangan mo talagang bitawan yung bagay na yun kung lagi na lang ganun. Kasi kung lagi na lang stressful, you have to build an exit plan for yourself, escape plan for yourself, para hindi na paulit-ulit na lang. You're not supposed to live in misery that way, no? Next is discussion. Which of the three is your greatest challenge? How and why? At least sa akin, yung pinakamahirap talaga. Before is burnout, pero ngayon talaga is procrastination. Kasi minsan naiisip. Kasi yung mga bagay na pag nagagawa mo yung gawain na parang 30 minutes, nagawa mo sa 5 minutes, nagiging kampante ka eh. Parang gumagaling ka sa rushed jobs, no? you're able to compensate the lost time. Kasi parang wala namang nawala eh. 30 minutes ka lang ilaan na oras. Yung ginawa mo, 25 minutes, ginawa mo sa pag-scrolling, tapos 5 minutes seryoso sa paggawa. So parang yung nangyari na lang is walang nawala sa'yo. Sa paulit-ulit na lang hanggang sa you bit of more than you can chew, na hindi mo na mababawi yung oras. Yung oras na dapat na pang klase para makinig ka, yung time na ginagawa mo pa yung homework mo. No? So, yun yung the main thing that I'm struggling with right now as a student. So, yun lang. Salamat sa pakikinig. And kung may natulungan man ako, mabuhay. No? God bless.